Okay, here we go. We've got question 10, last one, at least that I assigned this year. And in my problems, that is number, let's see, we're still in lesson 1.3, so 1.3.27. If I need that number again, holy smokes, this one's got 3 parts. Let's see how many I can mess up on and have to go back and double check this time. So determine the domain of the range. I assume that's it. And then write an equation. So domain, looking at this graph, the domain, and we're doing it in interval notation. And keep that straight. What form they want it. And so here we go. The domain, remember that's X. So from the left, this starts down here, right? Domain is X, so at -9. And then this whole part here goes up to, that looks like -3. But then there's it's not included and up on top, but included on the bottom. So that's still going on the X up to the 0. So that's still going. Now I'm gonna scroll down, I can't see the bottom of this graph. And then this 0 continues up to, how far does it? Up to 4. So if I were writing it out, it would be from the -9 to the +4, filled in on both ends. So they'd be square brackets and interval notation on both ends. So let's see if that's right. Domain X, -9 up to the +4, and check it. Whoop, whoop. All right. Let's go on to the second part. Maybe clear off some of that stuff I scribbled on there. All right, so this time we're looking at the range. So first thing, remember range is Y, right? So how low to how high? All right, so let's take a look over here. I gotta scroll down to see this. It goes down to -9, this looks like right here, right? That's -9 where it's starting. This is the -10. And then it's going all the way up, and look at this piece, which is all the way up to +3, but then this section over here is going beyond that. So let's scroll up and see how high that goes. So that section goes all the way up to a +8. So it goes continuously someplace in the graph anyway, down a -9 up to the +8. The +8 has an open dot. Remember, this is the 8 high up here. And then down on the bottom, I don't remember, was that filled in or open? That was open also. So that's going to be another parenthesis like that. So it's not a list of numbers, it's continuous. So the range is an interval notation. Down here. I'm going to put it in here. The top one, the sets with those brackets, if you don't notice those brackets right here. That's going to be a list of numbers in there. Like if we were just at the specific points, 5, 6, and 7, and not a range in between. But we have a continuous line here that covers all of the numbers from -9 to a +8. If I looked at that correct, so let's check and see. Right, so far so good. Now, question 3, we have to convert. We have 4 choices. I wish I had a bigger screen here. Let's see. We have 4 choices. Let's clear some of this off. So, which do we have over here? I had A, B, C, and D down below. Looking at the graph here, so we've got from -10 up through -3 on my X, but let's see, this piece of the graph, it should be equal and so this is all the way to the left. We don't go all the way to the left. This X is between two numbers, so that would be okay. This whole B is out already. So let's look at our other three choices, see if we can figure out which one we're typing in. But we've got more than just two areas here. So it seems like both of these are out because we got to have one thing here, one for in here, and one for over here. So it's got to be A. All right, so scroll up so I can see. Whoa, not quite all the way like that. Let me adjust my screen here. Okay, so we're only going to worry about A. The other ones didn't have the conditions on the far right, correct? The middle one's the easiest, it looks like, because that's just a specific number here, right? This is always down at -2. And my X's, oh, I'm typing in C. That's not what I want to be typing in. Let me get up here on A. All right, so this middle portion is always down at -2. And my X's for that go from, that would be -3 right there to 0. And they're filled in on both ends, so that's good. They're both equal to. All right, then how about on the right side, because that's on the y-axis, that part seems, so it's down at -9 for the y-intercept, and then what's the slope there? So if the slope of this line, looks like it goes over 1 and up 3. So then that would be a slope of 3. So that would be the equation of the far right piece. And that goes from the x of 0 up to an x of 4. So an x of 0 to 4. The equation of that part is 3x minus 9. All right, just got one left. Let's do this part first. That's pretty, seems easier to me anyway. So this is from -9 so that looks like -3. Remember, we're just looking at the x's there. And then what's the equation of that line? All right, so what's the slope of that line first, maybe? All right, so this line, this looks like it's at 2 high. I'll go all the way up to this other endpoint, see if I can. That's up at 8. So that's a rise of 6, and this went from 9 over to 3. That's 6 also. So that's a slope of 1. So if we're going to put that in, this is just plain x or 1x. And then it's going to have a y-intercept that's positive. And if you kept going up 1 over 1 every time, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, I think that would end up at 11. So we could check that if we wanted to. Take the endpoint at -3, we should get an 8. So if you put in a -3, we get an 8. If you put in a -9, we should get a 2. And when you plug those in, I believe that does work out. So let's see. I have to go back and try to find a mistake. Uh-oh, yep, we do. So that's all right. Just be determined to figure it out. So let me just go through step by step. -9, -3, those two look right. Right in here. The -3 to 0 looks right. The 0 to 4 looks right. Put in my endpoint 0, -9, 4, 12 minus 9 is 3. Okay, that one, I feel like that last one's all good. And this always down at -2. And then it seems like the only thing I have left, the x plus 11, but I thought I checked that. At -9, that's at 2. And at 3, oh, wait a minute. If I put in a 3 here, that would be 14. I don't think that's right. Or wait, no, that's. So let's check this. If I put in a -1, 2, 3, do I get an 8? I would. I am not seeing the mistake here. All right, I think I found it. I had to go back and write it out and check. Such a simple little thing. The only thing I could find is right here. This 3 was at -3 where it stopped, not +3. One tiny little thing like that. Ah, let's see now. If I get it, it'll make me feel like a real success though by being able to find it. All right. Such a tiny little thing. I think I probably even said -3, but stick with it. You guys can get it too. Don't give up. If you have questions, you really get stumped, you can always bring them to class and we'll go through. So hope that helps. Good luck. Great job if you're sticking with it and figuring them out.